Okay, so I believe that I've done a video somewhat similar to this video right here. Where I talked about the middle class and um how I dislike it. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, I want to talk about it a little bit more. For those that are living in the hood or in the projects, in a poverty-stricken area, I know that I might come off as like a spoiled brat. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking about the middle class. Because for now, your main objective, for those that live in the hood, live in a poverty-stricken area, projects, etc., your main objective is to get out of the hood, especially if you have a family. I get it. You know what I'm saying? The hood is like a very terrible place to live. I've lived there before, quite a few times. And I can say, as a younging, when I was younger, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Because, it was kids around, and we were broke. We didn't have anything, so we had to create, things to do. And, we got in a lot of mischief. You know what I'm saying? We were very mischievous children. You know what I'm saying? But as I grew older and I lived in the hood in my, young adult life, it was horrible. It was deplorable. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how anybody would want to live in a hood. You see what I'm saying? But people still live there, and it's some people that are not empathetic, will say that they don't have a choice. That they do have a choice. But the reality of it is if you were born and raised in that type of environment where everybody's telling you that you're nobody and this and that, and just being negative. You know what I'm saying? You're surrounded around negativity. It would appear that you don't have a choice, but you always have a choice in life. You understand? But what I can tell you, man, is at the end of the day, this middle class life is just as bad as the low class. You understand? With the exception of, drive-bys and, robberies and stick-ups and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Obvious stuff. But for the most part, when you're living a middle class life, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. It's not low class. It's not high class. You're dead in the middle. And when you're in the middle, believe it or not, I know this sounds crazy, but when you're in the middle, it's worse. You want to know why? Because people that are in the middle, those people that are in the middle, such as myself, we don't get any type of sympathy. Nobody's empathetic. Nobody feels sorry for us or anything. We have to pay for everything. Like when you're living in the hood and the projects, you can go for Section 8, get EBT card and all the rest of that stuff. Get all types of, assistance and help. You understand? When you're rich, it's self-explanatory. You can afford whatever. You can go into a store and, you hear the rappers say it. You hear, specifically the rappers say it and brag about it. When I go into a store, I don't have to look at the price tag, this and that and so forth. But listen, when you're in middle class, you have to look at the price tag. You have to pay attention to what's in your pockets. You have to. And the average middle class person, let's just be real, we get caught up in the credit cards. This is how we're able to take vacations, afford to buy this big screen TV, the new washing machine, the new dryer, for some, to have like a credit card where you can actually pay for a car with it. You know what I'm saying? So you get caught up in the credit cards. The middle class is just what it is. And nobody feels sorry for you. You got to pay for your own food. You understand? You got to have life insurance, health insurance. Your 401k, SSI, you have to dump money into that. And people don't even realize with Social Security and the 401k, you dumping money into that, guess what? 10, 20 years down the line, the same amount of money that you have in it is going to be worth less 10, 20 years from now. I mean, just think about it. Hyperinflation, inflation, that's going to drive your value, the dollar value, further down, further down, further down. So guess what? If you got 20K right now in your 401k plan, right? 10, 20 years later, it'd probably be worth less than half of that. The middle class really has to worry about who we're electing into office, because that really affects us and our children. This is the reason why I'm getting sick and tired of it. I've lived the middle class life for a couple years now, man, and it's just sickening. You know, you live in these Build-A-Bear communities. You know, you got you got next door neighbors to the left of you, to right of you, behind you, and I don't even know why they call these things I don't even know why they call it communities and neighborhoods. It's nothing neighborly about the people that I'm around. Straight up. Nothing neighborly about the people that I'm around. It's one neighbor that I just talked to the other day, man, and I'm not going to tell his business or nothing like that, but he's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He has a channel, and I'm not going to talk about him because, you know, I don't know if he wants me to tell you all, you know, his channel and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the brother's solid, got a solid, beautiful black family. You know what I'm saying? And we would say hello here and there, you know what I'm saying? But we chopped it up a couple of days, and yo, that brother is solid. Very intelligent brother. But that's basically the only person that's neighborly in the neighborhood. The other ones, yo, I'm not gonna even lie. And if the brother's watching, he knows who I'm talking about. It's this one Hispanic dude, big fat dude. He got a little poodle, right? And he walks past my house, and the poodle, I think the poodle took a shit one time, like, and you know, you can't actually say that that's my property because it's on the sidewalk, and he didn't get it up or something like that. And then he gonna look at me all sideways. And then the poodle, one night, I was taking groceries out. This is like, you know what I'm saying, like middle class beef. I'm telling you, this is my word. I'm taking the groceries out, and then the dogs are, Arr! Yo, I had my gun on. I was about to pop his dog in his skull. But this is the stuff that we have to deal with. You understand? Go to work, you gotta save. Yeah, true indeed, you could put it on the credit card, but guess what? A lot of us middle class people max out our credit cards. We overspend. Why? Because some of us tend to keep up with the Joneses. And I ain't never met the Joneses, but it's the saying. But this middle class life ain't worth shit. It's not. For some of us, we still trying to pay off our credit. Excuse me. Let me take it back. We're still trying to pay off our college tuition, our debt. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, some of us black folks are well-to-do black folks. You know, we went to the Ivy League schools and shit. Knowing that we couldn't afford it, we took out these different Perkins loans, and this loan, and that loan, and that loan, and that loan. Not even realizing that an education is supposed to be for free. I never understood that. I never understood why colleges are a college course. And then they have the nerve to complain about how white America have the nerve to complain about how black people ain't this and that and ain't too smart. Well, if you stop charging people for an education, maybe black people will start getting educated. It's simple. But this is relevant. The middle class life ain't worth shit. I'm telling you. This is my word. It's just not. I'm not telling y'all to listen. By all means, I'm not telling y'all to stay in the hood. But I'm telling you, it's either and at the end of the day, 2022, there's no such thing as a middle class. Or should I say a black middle class? Because there's a difference between black middle class and white middle class. Straight up. And we all know this. We all know that in a black middle class, in the black community, what we consider as being a black middle class is someone that pays his bills, his or her bills, has a car note, has a house, pays a mortgage, and has roughly about $1,000 to $5,000 in the bank saved. That's what we consider as being black middle class. Just keeping up with our bills and shit and have a couple dollars in case of a I ain't even say a rainy day. I say a drip drop day. You know what I'm saying? They forecast is a 20% chance of rain type shit. And I had to set this up, set the stage so y'all can understand the reason why I gotta be rich. I gotta be filthy rich. Because my lifestyle, I can't afford to live my lifestyle. I can't. Not anymore. You know, the quinoa is basically, they get quinoa basically from Peru and Bolivia. I don't know if Peru is in Bolivia, but you understand what I'm saying. Excuse me for my ignorance. But they get it from those two places, or one of those places. I don't know if Peru is the city or Bolivia. You get what I'm saying. I don't want to go to Whole Foods and get my quinoa anymore. They get it in bulk. Why can't I? Straight up. I'm tired of wearing cotton. This. No disrespect to those that wear cotton. I'm just being real with you. I just realized this a couple of years ago. I'm ironing it inside out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hold up. Cotton is for poor people. And that's real talk. I understand why certain clothes cost an arm and a leg. I really do. Especially if they're tailor-made clothes. Those particular clothes last forever. They last long. These shirts, what is it? What is this? American Eagle? I got American Eagle, Hollister. American Eagle, Hollister shirts, and I got some other damn European name brand. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, these shirts, man, they please. You wear them a couple times and then they done up. I could go on. I don't wear Jordans. I don't wear basketball shoes. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't play basketball, so why would I wear basketball shoes? I don't wear tennis shoes. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't play tennis. I do wear shoes called Vibrams. You know, I call them Vibrams. Vibrams. You know what I'm saying? They're the 5-finger toe joints. Why? Because I'm walking. They're walking shoes. And they feel comfortable. You understand? But the ones that I have, they're not even, I had some of those, but it's the same brand, you know what I'm saying? But they're fair chicy, so they're like just strapped across. You know what I'm saying? And I got a few pair of those, including boots that's like that. But my taste, I'll say my taste, I can afford my lifestyle. My taste now has increased. I have to take it a step further. You understand? I'm tired of going to Whole Foods, because y'all get at me with that. Whole Foods. I'm tired of going to Whole Foods, to Harris Teeter. I'm tired of going to Publix, even though Publix got some good ass kale. So, if you live down South Tryon Street and you go to those two Publix that's there, and you like kale, and you wonder, yo, where the hell all the kale go? Oh, I already took all that shit early that morning. Straight up, I bought it all out. You know how some of y'all go to the club and buy up the bar? Well, I'm buying up all the kale. You understand? But I'm tired of going to these grocery stores. What do you hear? Phonetically, in grocery stores. Gross. Gross. Because guess what? There's a thing called the food industry. Everything. Any and everything that white America can capitalize off of, they will. Especially your necessities. That being food, shelter, and clothing. So eventually I want to have my own farm. And I know what y'all gonna say, man, he don't know what he talking about. It's so much work in there. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. I was born in New York. I came down here for the summers. And then eventually my grandmother, my grandfather died. Make a long story short, my grandmother told us to move in. We moved in, you know what I'm saying? And how she kicked us out. And then, we moved over to the hood. And I went to school, dropped out, and went through all of this stuff. Went back and forth to New York. But guess what? there was about 2 to 3 years of my young adult life where I didn't have a job. And my great aunt, may she rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, my Aunt Andrea, she put me to work. She had me. She had a garden in the back of her yard, and she taught me. Like 2-3 summers, that's my word. As a young adult, she taught me how to plant. She taught me how to turn over dirt. You know what I'm saying? And put rows down and all of that she taught me. All of that. And then I went over to my Aunt Pansy's house and did the same damn thing. And between those two, they went to church. And between those two, I was hired by their church members to do the same damn thing. Yeah, true indeed, I'm a city boy, if you want to technically say that, but guess what? I can get my hands dirty. In other words, I got a green thumb. I'm up for the task. But in order to have a farm, you gotta have land. In order to have land, you gotta buy it. And this is the point that I'm making. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the middle class life because you gotta wait on every damn thing. And that's not how my mind works. I want it now. And you may say, well, man, you got that type of drug dealer type of mentality. Life is all about being patient. You gotta wait to do this and wait to do that and Let me tell y'all something. Straight up. This is my word, man. This is my word. Do you think Bill Gates gotta wait on some shit? Now I know what y'all gonna say. Stop being sarcastic. Like for a steak, yes, you gotta wait for it to be prepared and cooked. Yes. So let me be technical with y'all motherfuckers. Do you think Bill Gates gotta wait 5 years to pay off a goddamn car? I'm tired of making car payments. I'm tired of making car insurance payments. I don't like that shit. I don't like paying bills. I'd rather pay my bills for the next 10, 20 years. Even though that I technically know that there's no such thing as financial freedom, because you always listen to me before you start yapping it off with your mouth. Even though I know that there's no such thing as financial freedom, at least when you pay your bills off, I've done it. I've done it so many times. You know what I'm saying? I pay my bills up to like a year or two. I got up to about a year and a half. But when you're paying your bills off for 10 to 20 years, it feels like that. And it's nothing like it, man. It's nothing like living life where you have no bills, at least for that period when you paid all your bills off. Straight up, I was discussing, my rent, you know what I'm saying, and how much I owe for the whole lease, the whole year. And it's about roughly $20,000 to $25,000 that whole year. And I'm like, dude, that ain't no fucking money. You see, us middle class people, we think so small. Nah, fuck that. I want to call Duke Energy, because that's the one that's our energy provider. I want to call Duke Energy and say, yo, listen, I understand that you can't really predict, how much less I'm going to spend per month on my bill, but just tell me what I spent last year and I'm going to double that. So if my bill for the whole year of last year, of paying, the 12 months that is combined, was, let's say, $10,000, I want to pay 20 on it. Straight up. Now, I've paid my Duke Energy bill like up to 6 months before. You know what I'm saying? My cell phone, I've done that, I think about 4 or 5 months. My water bill, I've done the same thing. But I just want to be able to pay my bills for the next 10 to 20 years. Because I'm just tired of living this type of lifestyle, man. Well, I got to wait on fucking shit. And I got to so the end of the month coming, I'm like, oh, okay, they're going to draft it out and they're going to do this. And I got to move this money over here and this. Now, I don't want to do none of that shit. That shit is lame to me. That shit is garbage to me. You understand? I don't understand how rappers don't brag about this shit. Because they stupid. They frivolous with their fucking money. If I made at a concert $20,000, $30,000 doing a concert, Man, I motherfucking damn spread that love across my bills. Because this middle class life is boring as shit. I want to get up and be able to do what the fuck I want to do every goddamn day. And I don't want to have to sit here and look at a goddamn clock. Or check my bank account. Check the app on Wells Fargo or Bank of America. I don't. I got different things that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to get this camera. This shit's damn near $2,000. I'm gonna have to get out there and do Instacart now. Straight up, I'm gonna have to do something extra in order to bring in the money so I could be able to afford the camera. And I know what you middle class motherfuckers gonna say. Well, why don't you put it on your credit card? Don't you think I already got other shit on it? You know what I'm saying? Come on. I got guns, firearms that I wanted to get. Bulletproof vests. I got a lot of things that I need to get and want to get. I want my children to be bilingual. I want them to be able to learn or to know different languages. I want my children to be able to play the piano or some type of instrument. All that requires money. And I hate, this is the middle class life, saving for it. Why do I have to wait on my success? On things that's positive. That's going to be a positive in my life. On my family's life. Why do I have to wait on it? There are people out there that don't have to wait. And I know what some of y'all are going to say, and you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I know hard work and all of that stuff comes along. Hey, listen, I'm all game for hard work. I'm not taking that out. I'm not sounding, if you think that I am, I'm not sounding like these street dudes and these drug dealers, you know, or these dudes that go out and rob people and take other people's shit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you that I'm tired of the middle class life because it's nothing but a fucking game. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a tool, a mechanism to divide and conquer. So being that I'm a middle class guy, I can look down at the low class. And being that the rich or the high class, that's a high class guy. Let's say, for example, I know he don't want me to use him, you know what I'm saying, because he's the most frugal motherfucker on the planet. Let's say a person like Pretty Ricky, he'll look down on me, even though he don't look down on no one. It's because he make a little bit more money than I do. He don't look down on nobody. He shop at the same grocery stores and do the same thing I do. That's one brother that I can honestly say I can vouch for. That man makes more money than the average. You know what I'm saying? But he never looks down on no one. But that's what it does. It's a divide and conquer mechanism. And we all striving to get that bag. And I'm going to continue saying it. I know y'all hate it when I say it. We all striving to get those 75% cotton, 25% linen notes with dead slave owners stamped on it. I'm just tired, man. You know, when I talk about the middle class and all of this shit, you know, about the middle class, the ills of it, you know, I hear this song resonate in my ear, you know, with what was it that Jay-Z featuring Scarface with the La Familia album. This can't be life. This can't be I think it was Jay-Z featuring Scarface and Beanie Siegels, if I'm not mistaken. This can't be life. Can't be. So yeah, man, I'm gonna step it up. Straight up. If I can't change it, you know what I'm saying? If I can't tear down the walls of capitalism And goddamn, I'm gonna have to jump into that bitch and make it happen, because I am not satisfied where I'm at, and neither should you be. Straight up. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Make it happen, man. Live out your dreams. Everything that you envision in your fucking mind, manifest that in the physical realm. And it's just that plain and simple. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video.